I'm like a little bit famous or whatever. Hey guys, welcome back to KrissBeauty. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Christina. Some of you call me Kriss, others Tina. Whatever you prefer, girl. That's fine with me. Alright, you guys, in today's video, honestly, I don't even know what today's video is going to be called. But if you're here, I'm grateful. I'm so thankful for you. We just finished the whole Thanksgiving fiasco. And today I'm just going to like jump into some holiday soft glam, I guess. I want to chit chat with you guys, update you guys, and I don't know, just chat, do some makeup. I haven't sat down in front of the camera in a minute. It has been crazy with my e-guide blowing up. I'm like a little bit famous or whatever, so I'm just like super excited to be sitting down with you guys today to be doing a little bit of a tutorial. I got my money earrings on, I got green on, so we're manifesting prosperity, and you know, so if you're not already subscribed to KrissBeauty, go ahead and do so. Turn on, you know, that bell where you notification, turn on your notifications, and let's get started. Alright, you guys, I'm just gonna like do this, move on in a little bit. I'm back in my old like camera setup. It's been like a minute since I've like done makeup. I got a little eczema going on today, you know, the usual hot mess. I got my hair up right now because like towards the end of the video I hope to like have it down and like cute. So yeah, so I just want to play with some makeup today, guys. It has been a hectic couple of weeks in the best way possible. Like I have so much to catch you guys up on, and oh my god, it has just been like an amazing few weeks. And welcome to my new subscribers, by the way. Like I see you guys and I'm so grateful. I'm just opening up this eyeshadow palette. I picked this up from Beals, you know, like Ross and Beals. I picked this eyeshadow palette up from Beals, I believe. It was like $5, so, and I thought the color story was like really holiday-esque. So I'm gonna play with this palette today. I've already moisturized my face. I cleansed my face first with these like micellar, this is not micellar, no, this is glacier water and hyaluronic acid. It's like a whole pack. I'm just realizing that it's like 4 different situations happening here. So I picked this up from, I believe I picked this up from Beals as well. This is $4.99. And so yeah, so it felt really nice on my face. I moisturized with some Nivea, and I'm gonna put some Wet n Wild Photofocus Rose 3-in-1 primer water. I might have to take off these earrings because with the way that I do my foundation, it might not like cooperate, but let's see. Y'all, I cannot explain to you how happy I am to be like in this space right here, like physically and mentally. Like I feel so grateful, you guys. But let's get into the makeup. I'm gonna start off with my face. I always start off with my face. I do my like base a little bit different from how people usually do it. I like to do contour, foundation, concealer, and then work my way up. So I'm gonna start off with my little cream contour situation from AOA Studio. I believe I got this from shop Miss A, and this is in the shade 3033 Sunkiss. And what I like to do is just start my contour. I've been doing it a little bit higher than I usually do it, but like this is gonna look a little crazy. This part always looks a little hectic, but let me tell you, like once you put on the foundation, it will 100% like look together. I contour pretty heavily under my foundation. Hands down, like my favorite part of contouring is doing a little bit of a nose contour. Not a little bit, I like snatch the nose completely. You could even go down here if you want to. I don't really do that too much. You can totally like snatch your collarbones if you want to. I'm personally not going to do that today. So let me move on to some foundation. Today I'm going to use the Wet n Wild Photo Focus foundation, the dewy version of course, because I have super dry skin, eczema as I already mentioned. I love using the dewy anything really. So this is in the shade Cream Beige. And honestly, I guess with this, honestly with this sort of like technique, you don't use like a lot of foundation, so I basically just go around the parts where I contoured. Y'all, I was too lazy to wet my sponge, so I'm totally regretting it right now, but I'm gonna go ahead and use the ColourPop F15 like foundation brush. This is a really good brush, so I'm not totally regretting it, but I prefer to use a sponge, but this is fine. So I'm just gonna start buffing out my foundation. So you guys, these last few weeks have been absolutely like out of this world for me. For those of you who don't know, you haven't watched my last video, which was just about a week or two ago, my e-guide came out. Fitness, this is like a fitness nutrition sort of based ebook or e-guide, and I cannot explain to you, like I cannot explain to you what has gone down. I mean, literally, it's really not a big deal for a lot of people, but I'm gonna stop saying that because it's a big deal for me, and I could care less, you know, what anybody else would think. But this has been like a literal dream come true. Like I cannot thank you guys enough for supporting my e-guide. Like, I was really nervous putting it out. There was a lot of pressure around putting it out, pressure that I put on myself, but also, like, you know, a little bit of a push from the people around me, and also the people that already follow like my TikTok, my fitness page. People were definitely like, girl, you've been talking about this ebook for a minute, let's go. Which was honestly what I needed and more, because if I knew that this e-guide was gonna be as successful as it's been in the first 3 weeks, I would have done this a long time ago. I mean, I believe everything has a timing, so I'm so freaking like, I'm ecstatic. I'm literally ecstatic with how it's going. We just finished, when I say we, I'm referring to the one woman team over here. I literally just finished my Black Friday sale and my Cyber Monday sale, and it was literally like, first of all, shout out to TikTok for coming through all the way. Like, I just hit 10K on TikTok the other day, and I mean, literally, like, I hit 10K on TikTok 2 days ago. I'm now at 12.5K on TikTok, which is mind-blowing that so many people would want to be invested in my journey and learn more about me and, you know, what I got going on. Like, that right there is like a blessing in itself. But for people to actually like inquire about my e-guide and about what I got going on and like really be invested in my journey and just want to know more about me is like, listen, the 10-year-old Tina inside is screaming, okay? She's screaming, because I never thought something like this would be possible for someone like me. Like, I've always been that type of person to like fade into the background, so I'm like, I don't know how to handle this right now. So I'm pretty sure a lot of you guys can relate to like things like that. So I mean, it's just been crazy. Like, not only have the sales been crazy, but just the support, just like the comments. I mean, I literally get 99% positive comments. So I mean, it's just been like, it's been a dream. And not only that, like, a lot of people are like writing to me and telling me how much they enjoy my actual e-guide and like how they finish doing the workouts, and like they're like so tired and this and that. Like, that I cannot explain to you, the feeling of like people enjoying like your creations, you know, something that you work so hard for. So seriously, like, it's been crazy. Like, I'm in dreamland and I have no words. I literally have no words. It has been such a blessing, like these last few weeks, especially this last week, such a blessing. So I'm like, I'm literally on cloud 9. Alright, y'all, I buffed out that cream contour. It looks like really nice. So I'm going to go ahead and conceal right now. I always use the e.l.f. Hydrating Camo Concealers in the shades Light Beige, which is like the yellow tone, and the shade Fair Beige. So I go ahead and I mix those two. I used to put the concealer at the same time when I put the cream contour, but then I realized like it's sort of like mixing and meshing in, and it's drying down. And this doesn't really dry down too much because it's hydrating, but I just prefer to like put it after like the foundation and stuff. This is a very full coverage concealer, so I'm not gonna put like, I mean, clearly I put a lot, but I just, you just gotta be careful with this one because it's just so creamy and so full coverage. It's crazy. So you can definitely let that sit and like build coverage. That's like a little trick that you can do for any concealer. So yeah, so that's what I'm gonna do. Yeah, these last couple weeks have been amazing. I'm so grateful for you guys. Like, I cannot explain how I feel. I keep saying that because I genuinely, truly, I did not expect this. Like, I made sure that I went into this with no expectations, and that was probably the best thing because I'm a very big like overthinker, and so I will be extra hard on myself if things don't pan out the way that I expect it to. This has been like crazy. Let me go ahead and just buff this out. I kind of like to bring this concealer a little high, especially for soft glam looks like this. I like to just always, you know, snatch the face. Alright y'all, so I just grabbed a sponge. It's not damp, but I had to like buff this out with a sponge because I could not like figure it out with the brush. So I'm gonna go ahead and set my face real quick. I always use the Wet n Wild Photo Focus translucent powder. If not, I'm using my Airspun powder. This one is brand new, so I'm like, I gotta take off this tape. Alright y'all, so my face is set. I'm gonna go ahead and do a little bit of a powdered contour and bronze. I'm gonna grab my angled brush. And again, I'm keeping that bronzer a little higher than usual and going towards the temple. I'm gonna take a little bit more of a fluffier brush and I'm going to bronze the forehead. Alright, I'm gonna take my blush brush and I'm gonna do a little bit of a shimmery, not too shimmery, sort of pinkish color. And I'm gonna keep this right above this bronzer. There's a little bit of a sheen to it. I don't know if you guys can tell, but it's not too much. I'm not gonna keep it more in this area too much. And since this is a more of a soft glam sort of look, I'm really not gonna overdo it with the blush like at all. Alright, I'm taking like the lightest shade of like pink and I'm going to go over this. This is more of a highlight color, but it gives like that nice like touch of pink. Add a little to the nose right here. Now, onto my favorite part. I'm going to contour the nose. So I'm taking some of my bronzer and an angled fluffy brush. And I just like to look down and start from the brow. Let me go ahead and actually take some setting powder. I'm going to clean this up just like I did to my bronzer contour situation down here. And I, of course, don't bake, but I do like to just, you know, make sure this is nice and snatched. Alright you guys, so I have you zoomed on in. I went ahead off camera and I filled in my brows. I actually used a new brow product today that I've never used before and I am pleasantly surprised. So I used the Revlon Colorstay brow pencil. This is in the shade 220 dark brown. It comes with a spoolie and a pretty thin, I don't know if you guys can see this, a pretty thin sort of pencil, retractable like pencil situation. I only chose that because it was like the only one in my local Walmart and I seriously needed a brow product. I put it off for way too long and my brows were looking crazy. So it was either like blonde, dark black, just, it was crazy. So I found this one and it is very, very creamy. It is really nice. I tend to lean more towards like thinner sort of pencils and I've just been like filling in my brows like already like pretty much how they are, but just like my brows but better. So that's what I did today for the soft glam look. So I also placed some concealer on my lids. I used my Hydrating e.l.f. Camo concealer, the one that's more towards my skin tone, which is in the shade Light Beige. And then I sort of just use like the excess powder that I had on my sponge and just like set that a little bit. So we're gonna jump into eyes finally. I was kind of trying to find some inspo for how I wanted like the soft glam look to be today. So we're just gonna wing it. I really want to do like some browns and like just, I don't know, we're gonna figure it out. So darling, I'm gonna take this AOA Studio E129 brush. It's like a nice, it's just a nice crease brush for like transition-y shades. Like I said, I picked up this sort of palette, not sort of, this is a palette, hello. I picked up this eyeshadow palette from Beauties. This is a Technic palette. This is the Pressed Pigment Goddess palette. And I just opened this. I have not swatched it. I don't know what's going on in here, but it looked cute. There's a nice like array of like warm tones and shimmers and I don't know. Listen, these little palettes that they have in like Ross and Marshalls and stuff like that, they surprise you sometimes. So I'm just gonna use it for today's holiday sort of look. So there's like this nice like brown. This is like a nice brown. These are like mattes. The mattes are not too bad actually. Oh, they're actually pretty pigmented. Look at that. I'm impressed. Oh, that's weird. Like this shimmer, I literally touched it with a completely different finger, and like it turned kind of pink. I don't know if you can see that, but like when I touch this gold shimmer, I don't know, it's weird. It's a little bit flaky, but it's like, it's not bad. Yeah, they're a little flaky, but let me tell you something, they're actually pigmented. The only thing with the flakiness is that once it gets on your eye, like even if you wet it and things like that, it kind of starts to crack. That's like my only concern, and like the fallout and things like that, which is like not usually a problem for me, but it'll get like everywhere and it could be a mess. So we're just gonna work with what we got. I may have to grab another palette because I have this particular look in mind, and I may need some like beige tones, so let's see. All right, you guys, so again, I'm gonna take that AOA Studio brush. I think I'm gonna dip into this shade right here, this matte shade. It's like a nice matte brown. It's a little bit on the pinky side, but I think it's gonna look really nice on the eye. Hopefully it blends really like well. I'm gonna place this in my crease. I just want to start here. The shade is really nice and pigmented, by the way. Alright, you guys, so I have to say these are blending like really nicely. I actually love the way this is like coming out. We don't got a lot going on, but I'm just excited. So I'm gonna go ahead and grab another brush. This is the Morphe M124 brush. It's like a concealer brush, but it's a little bit fluffy, so I want to like use this to like deepen up my crease area. Okay, so I'm just gonna take like a brown like contour shade, and I want to use this to like get a little bit more precise in my crease. I really wanted to go for a soft glam look today because last year I really tried. I guess I attempted to do a like full series, like holiday glam series, and it literally lasted for like 3 episodes and I was done. So I don't want to promise anything, but I really want to focus on like holiday makeup. Thanksgiving literally just passed, so I kind of missed that. I kind of missed the ball there. I don't know, I want to just focus like not only on like glittery looks, but you know, like really nice, subtle but not so subtle looks for the holidays. I know a lot of people really struggle to like figure out what to wear and like how to look for the holidays, so I just want to make that a little bit easier for you guys. I know personally for me, for the holidays, I literally always have a plan to like dress up and do this, but I end up either diving into cooking or I just get lazy, and the rest is history from there. I'm not doing nothing. I don't want to do my hair and I look crazy. I'm just gonna use this brush and I'm just gonna buff this out a little bit. This is exactly what I had in mind. Alright, so I'm gonna have to cut my crease actually. Alright, so I'm gonna grab this e.l.f. concealer brush. This is like a really good like tool that I used to use, and let's see, I'm gonna grab a little concealer on the back of my hand, and this is definitely not gonna be one of those cut creases that are completely perfect, like at all. Like it's not gonna even be close to perfect. I kind of grew out of that phase where I used to do like the perfect, well, in my mind it was the perfect like cut crease, and taking all this time to make the lines like super straight, especially for soft glam. Like I like a little bit of that like flustered sort of like sexiness. That's a good like way to describe it, but I don't like for things to look like too perfect. Alright, so I kind of brought this side up a little higher than the other side. I'm just going to go ahead and fix that up real quick. I really want the inner corner to like pop, so I made sure I brought the concealer down to the inner corner. Alright, y'all, so it's not looking perfect, but I just realized in my mind that I kind of want to like still shade out the crease area, so I'm not even gonna keep focusing on this. Is what I'm saying, I get caught up with the cut crease and I'll be here for days. Let's just move on. For the lid, I do want to do like a nice beigey color, but this only has like a shimmery sort of like shade that I don't want to use like in terms of like a light shade. So I'm just gonna take my like blush bronzer palette. It has like this sort of light shade. It has a little bit of shimmer in it, but it's nothing like crazy. It's supposed to be a highlight shade, but baby, it's not. So I'm gonna grab that shade and I want to pop this on my lid. Alright, y'all, so I went ahead and I played around with the brown tones and just shaded my transition shade and my crease and everything like that, and I took a little hot minute doing that. What I do have to do is actually close my outer V. So I'm going to take that brown shade that we took before, and I'm just going to close this in right here. Okay, so it's nothing too crazy, it's just very, very subtle. Okay, so for this next part, what I want to do, and this is something that I usually don't do, but I want to actually line my lash line, I guess, or use this as a liner. I want to take a nice chocolate brown shade like this, but I also want to take this black as well that's in this palette, and I kind of want to mix and match those two. I'm going to take it with a pencil brush like this, and I'm just going to begin to line. Alright, you guys, so I went ahead and lined my lash line at the very top. I found it easier to do black shadow and then the brown shadow, and I even went a step further and took a lighter brown shadow afterwards and just swept it. I wanted to be like nice and smoky, so that was my original plan. I do want to go ahead, however, and take it a step further and actually do a little bit of black liner. I want to do black pencil liner. I just want to make sure that it's nice and like smudgy, smoky, rather than like precise. I'm not going to take a liquid liner or nothing like that. I'm going to take a pencil liner. This one is just from LA Colors, just a regular like eye pencil. So I just sharpened it a little bit, and I'm going to go over the lash line one more time. Alright, you guys, so I placed some black pencil liner on my lash line. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to do like the lower lashes and things like that while my lashes dry. So I'm just going to take this black pencil liner and put it on my waterline. I don't like to, well, not that I don't like to, but I don't usually do this in my eye looks because I have very like tired eyes, so this could sort of like weigh down the eye a little bit. I'm going to take a clean pencil brush and I'm just going to smudge that a little bit. And I'm going back to that original brown and I'm going to place that underneath. And this is going to give like a really nice smoky effect. So I'm going to grab that shimmery gold that we swatched in the beginning and place that in my inner corner. And we definitely don't want to do too crazy of like an inner corner highlight. This is supposed to be like a soft glam. Place a little bit on the brow bone. And while we're waiting for the lash glue to dry on the lashes, might as well just take a little bit of highlighter. So I'm going to use this Hard Candy rose gold highlighter. It has like a nice bronzy highlighter, a pink one, and a nice champagne highlighter. So I like to sort of mix it all in and, you know, get a nice little concoction. For soft glam looks, I don't like to like go too crazy with the highlighter. You guys know I'm like a highlighter queen, but I like to, you know, just keep it nice, keep it subtle, keep it cute. So we're gonna go right above here, you know, a little bit of that sheen. So I try to keep it nice and subtle, you know, cute, not too blinding. I'm still waiting for my lashes to dry. I like to let them dry like right before they like completely dry because I feel like that's like the best time to apply. It's quicker, it's easier, I just love it. So I want to do my lips really quickly. Alright, so I'm going to take this LA Colors lip liner pencil. This is in the shade Cappuccino. Like a nice chocolate shade. I love me a nice like brown, you know, liner. Alright, I just took a nice like pink tone nude. I'm taking Bahama Beige from Milani. Okay, and lastly, I'm taking my e.l.f. lip plumping gloss. Clearly, this is like one of my favorites because I never go through like lip glosses like this. This is in the shade Pink Sugar. Alright y'all, so my lashes are on. These are the lashes that I ended up using. I believe I got these from Shop Miss A. These are in the style Alexis. I love these lashes because they remind me so much of like the Kiss natural lashes. And I'm just like, I'm into the natural lately. I think I'm over like the mink, like fluttery big phase. I'd rather like stack these up. These are not stacked, but I love this like look. My lashes always have a hard time cooperating, so we're gonna let her sit and dry for a second. What I do like to do to my lashes though, this is sort of like a new thing. I like to curl them a little bit. And this is of course like once they're pretty much dry. I'm gonna take my Mile High Club mascara from Wanda Beauty. I'm gonna connect my real lashes with my falsies. Alright you guys, so I ended up just doing the updo a little bit neater. I just don't have the energy or the time to like do my hair. I told you guys my issues. Accept them. You're here with me. You're here to stay. But anyways you guys, this is the final look. I like am obsessed with this like soft glam holiday look. I feel like this is so like choochy, but like it just looks like you did a lot of work without like, you know, it's very cute. It's like not too much in your face, but it's like, damn, I'm here. You know what I'm saying? So I love this look a lot. I hope this is a look that you guys will be able to recreate on your own and definitely be able to wear for your holidays coming up. Hopefully I can continue to do some holiday glam for you guys. I really enjoyed today's look and, you know, just hanging out with you guys, chit-chatting. If you guys enjoyed today's look, make sure you give me a thumbs up before you go. Subscribe to KrissBeauty. Join the family. We're here. We are pushing to 1K. I'm so excited. Again, huge thank you for the support on my e-guide. I really, truly appreciate it from the bottom of my heart. If you're not already following me on TikTok, make sure you do so at the KrissBeauty. Also, that's my handle on Instagram as well. So you guys, I hope you enjoyed today's look and thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye guys.